Hi guys, good morning. This is Veera. Today I'll talk about the H1B and H4 visa interview questions. Let's talk about what is a H1B and H4. H1 visa basically it is for the highly skilled or employment visa if you want to work in USA. And H4 is a basically dependent. It could be either parents or it could be family, immediate family members. It could be spouse or kids. Basically, parents are not comes under H4, so they can apply for different category kind of visiting visa. And H4 is basically the family, spouse, kids. You know, yeah, let's talk about what are the H1B visa interview questions. So, since you are going for H1B, so the first and most thing is the first day before the in-person interview happens, you will have your fingerprints. That's a OFC. So please be on time when you are going for OFC, and then so when you are going for the H1B visa interview face to face, since you are going for employment visa, be professional. I would recommend wear formal dress and shoe and blazer if it is possible. And please be on time at least 1 hour before the visa interview. You have to wait for the announcement from the security personnel. They will announce, the slots, who can go inside. And there will be multiple checks to, verify you have any electronic items like USB or any pen drive or any mobile phones. You can hand over outside if there is any locker. If not, then you will have to manage yourself. And when you enter inside, so there will be a queue, and a lot of Indians will be there who will be helping for you to get into the different counters. So the first counter, you will have to go for the documents check. So they will ask you a couple of documents since you are going for H1B. So they might ask you your petition copy, that's approval copy. So that should be the original copy. If you are married, you should also have your marriage certificate. And also, if you have a kids, you should carry the birth certificate. So all are original. And also, you should carry some of the marriage photos if you are married. If not, then nothing is required. And since you are going for H1B, so they might ask a lot of other supporting documents, but again, it all depends on the the officer. So some of the cases they might ask, can you share your educational documents? You should carry all your educational documents, including all the transcripts. That's nothing but all the mark sheets. And also, you should carry all your experience letter because it all depends. Sometimes they might ask, so since you already have experience, so can you share your all experience documents and the previous pay slips? So you should carry that. And also you should carry, the latest income tax paid documents. So that also depends. It all supporting documents. And once you have done the documents check, so you have to hold that and along with your passport, and then they will guide you to go to the different windows for the your visa in-person interview. And so when you enter into the counter, so there might be a couple of other people might be in the queue. So please stay back. So there will be marking. So you watch the marking and stay back, and then wait for your turn. So once the visa officer says come forward, then you can go go yourself. And if you have a family, all including family members, and just wish him, say, hi, good morning, officer. And then definitely you would also say good morning. And then, so he might ask you to share the documents, whatever the document officer has separated from your checklist. So that could be your petition approval copy and passport and marriage certificate and kids' birth certificates. So hand over to the officers, and then so he will start asking the lot of questions. So since it is for H1B, it's basically for the employment visa, and he might ask. So because the same person will be doing interview for a different category like a L1B, business visa, H1B, H4, lot of other visas, student visas as well. So yeah, he will ask, so what is the visa category? Which visa are you applying for? You can say, I'm applying for H1B. Then he might ask, are you going to work for in-house or external customer? Then you can say, if you're working for a in-house project or the product, you can say, I'm working for a in-house project or product. If you're working for external customer, then you can answer accordingly. And so if you mention that I'm working for the external customer, you should also mention for which customer you're working for. And so he might ask you to share the supporting documents if you're working for external customer. Assume that you are going to work for some XYZ customer. You will have to get the client letter and mention that this particular employee will be working with us. So it could be in the client location or in our company location. So you have to mention where you will be working. And if it is in-house project, they might ask what is the project all about. So you have to talk about functionally. I mean, functional in the sense you have to think that the person is just a newborn baby. He doesn't know anything. So you have to feed him. So you have to make him understand what is all about this project. You should not talk about any technical terminology. Just to mention that this project is all about this. Okay. And if you are working for external customer, you should also mention what is this project and what is all about that. And also you should have some rough idea what they do with this particular product. And since you are working as a developer or a programmer, so they might ask what you will do for this product. So it is a product, what you will do. So you should be able to answer that. I'm a software developer or the programmer. Basically, we provide a software for the customers to provide the better services for their end customers or similar, or something like that. So you will have to provide a answer. And and they might ask, so how the interview happened? If you are traveling by your own, or if you are traveling with some Indian MNC, so that is fine. If you are traveling for direct USA company, so they might ask you how the interview happened. So you will have to answer. So there are 2 or 3 rounds of technical interviews and followed by HR. So that is what you have to answer. And how much you will be getting there. So then you can mention as per the labor laws or whatever the document has given by your payroll company. You can say that I will be getting this much. And how much you are getting in India, you can say I was getting 20 LPA or 30 LPA, whatever. You can mention that. And have you ever traveled before? You can say if you traveled on any other visa category. So be honest and be clear whatever you're talking. You can say that I traveled on L1B or B1 visa or whatever. So you can mention that. How long you were there in USA? You can mention the duration, month and year, from and to date. Date is nothing, but you can just mention month and year. That should be enough. And they might ask who is sponsoring your visa. You can say the employer, because employer is going to pay for it. So you will have to mention. So everything will be paid by employer. And how long you will stay there? How long you will stay there? in USA, basically. It is not India. So you can say, basically I'll stay for up to the petition duration. You can say for 3 years or whatever. And then after that, I will be coming back to India. So they might ask, so what you will do once you will come back to India? You can say, I'll look for some other opportunity. Okay. And so they might ask how many employees are working for your organization. So you can say, there are 100 or 1,000, whatever the real number. If you are aware, if you are not aware, you can say, sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it. Sorry, officer, I'm not aware of it. Do you know your company CEO? If you know, say yes, otherwise say no. All the answers should be the gunshot answers. You should not prolong, because they will have to take interview for a lot of people. You're not the only person, or it is not a technical interview. So what is the company annual revenue? If you are aware, you can say, otherwise you can say, I'm not sure. So if the visa officer satisfied for all your interview questions, so you will say approved, and he will give you the white color slip or the paper. And he will mention that, your visa is approved and you can collect your passports, so on. So that's all about the visa interview. And if there is any issue, they might issue the 221G blue slip. So blue slip is nothing to worry. You might need to provide some additional documentation. Sometimes they will hold your passport. Sometimes they will hand over to you, and you might have to come back for the visa interview again, or you will have to hand over your passports in any of the visa centers. So that is the process. If you get a red slip, then definitely your visa is going to be rejected. You cannot apply back again. So that's a basically H1B process. And if you have your family is coming with you or traveling with you, so they might ask you ask a couple of questions for your family members. So they might ask your good name, and what is the visa category you're applying for, and how long you will stay there, what your husband or family's where your husband and family is staying there. Are you planning to work or study in USA? Definitely, the last question, as a H4, you cannot work there. So you can say, I'll be a homemaker or whatever. So you can say that. And if you have a kids, they might ask, so is he studying? So, whether he will go to school there. So you can say appropriate answers. So everything will be all right. So yeah, that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. All the best, whoever is attending for the interviews. Thank you so much for watching this video.